Hi folks, Bob Krebs, Sales Manager for Pure Pursuit Automotive, and here this evening to introduce you to our newest acquisition, this beautiful 2012 CLS63 AMG P30 package. That's a mouthful. This is one fantastic vehicle. This is a 5.5 liter twin turbocharged 550 horsepower monster. Not only is it performance, it's also a luxury vehicle. As you can tell by this huge engine, which is personally signed by each of the person that handcrafts this engine, this entire engine bay is engine. Going down here to the Mercedes emblem, you got this big monster as well. Lots of air intake here through the honeycomb aspects of the vehicle here that bring all that air in. Going over here to the halogen front fog lamps as well as the bi-xenon headlamps so that you're able to see at night. Got your parking sensors as well up front. Coming around to this side, you got your beautiful 19-inch AMG wheels here, the aluminum wheels with these big calipers on here, ceramic brakes. These are ceramic carbon brakes. These things have a stopping power that is unimaginable and unbelievable. Let's move around to the side here. We have the heated outdoor mirrors here that are aluminum based. Of course the interior is absolutely flawless. Got this beautiful black leather interior here, and of course the matching accented black piano black wood. We'll get into some of the interior here in just a little bit. This is an absolutely amazing package. Got this beautiful blue color here at the vehicle itself. Lots of space and room in the vehicle. Same in the back. Beautiful leather here, in and out. The space that you got back here is fantastic. There's more than enough room for everybody, both front and back, as we move to the back of the vehicle as well. Got your fuel entry point here. Again, those beautiful aluminum wheels. Lots of area in the trunk back here. You got space back here for storage. And of course you've got your mats, and of course you've got the seats that in the back here. You've got a CD changer there that holds additional CDs. And of course, should you need it and it's necessary to utilize it, you got this emergency kit back here, which consists of the spare tire that you've got here that's a run flat. And of course you got your battery back here because there certainly isn't room for it up front. So it's a lot easier to jump a vehicle should you need to, but I don't see that you'll ever be jumping this vehicle. Again, lots of space back here. You've got your camera, your rear mounted camera back here for backing purposes as well. Sports badging here for the AMG, and of course the CLS63 moniker here as well. So got a little bit of a tail fin here also, which gives you a little bit of an aerodynamic effect. So it is warmed up now, so let's go ahead and get in it and start it up and get ready for our test drive. Now we're in the interior cockpit of the vehicle, and I'm going to go ahead and just give you a little bit of a primer about all of the instrumentation of the vehicle. Starting on the left here on the door, you've got the controls for the seat, and of course this is pretty logical here. Up, back, down, backs down. Same thing with this. You can adjust that as well. You got your lock and unlock here for the vehicle itself. Down here you've got your mirror positioning here. You're switching this to the left side, and of course you have the left mirror, being able to place that in whatever arrangement and configuration you need. Same thing, flipping it to the right, you can also change that around as well. You got your windows down here, which have an auto down and an auto up for this particular window, and of course you can put the other ones down as well. And you can lock the back windows, so in case you have children in the back, that you don't want to be able to accidentally get out of the window that way or open a door. So you've got your manual control for the headlights, and you can leave that on auto, which is typically the best mode to leave it in. Your air conditioning controls over here, obviously. Got your tweeters for your Harman Kardon stereo system here on this side, and of course you can adjust your controls here, temperature controls as needed. Door speaker. Once you get up here to the steering wheel, you've got a control on the steering wheel here that allows you to be able to move the steering wheel up or down, in or out, so that you can adjust it to the comfort level of the driver, whether it's closer to you or further away. Caliper, the brake paddle shifters on both sides here, and I'll explain what those are once we do the test drive in the vehicle. Left side, your gauges, you got your fuel gauge, temperature gauge. Center is your speedometer, and on the right side your tachometer, of course, which gives you the revolutions per minute, RPMs of the vehicle. And it also displays in the center section here each of the modes of the vehicle, from sport mode, or Sport Plus mode. Also how the vehicle is stationed as far as a little bit more firmer control the vehicle, firmer ride stance, etc. Also gives you the temperature of the vehicle, outside temperature as well. So Moving on to the steering wheel here, you've of course got your horn. And of course, you've got your controls here that are redundant with the center controls here, so that the entire intent of the vehicle is always be able to keep your eyes on the front of the road of what is directly in front of you. So, and you can literally do that from here with your hands either 10 and 2 or 9 and 3 positions here, and operate all of these, including the turn signals or the cruise control of the vehicle. So you can also turn the volume up and down. You can run Bluetooth, navigation, etc. from your steering wheel. Center console, of course, you've got the display here for your radio and stereo controls, which you can do that, select whatever you want. You've got Sirius radio as well that you can interface with. It's got real-time traffic services, etc. You've also got your CD player, which is here. And in addition to that, it's got the CD changer in the back, 40 gigabyte hard drive, GPS navigation, Bluetooth, hands-free communication system, HD, high definition radio, and an in-dash SD card reader with media interface. So this has also got a 10 gigabyte music register, so that this vehicle literally has everything. One of the best stereo systems, and it's got all of that as well. So getting back to the center preview here that you've got on the media center here, you've got your disc, which you can place in there and place whichever you want, play whichever one you want. And of course, in the rear of the vehicle is where you put the additional discs. Navigation system here, where you can program pretty much anything, wherever you want to go, whether it's restaurants, your next service station, getting fuel, sites that you might be interested in seeing wherever you're driving to. And of course, you can program wherever you want to be able to drive into this as well. This also gives you the opportunity to just take a look and check the time as well. It also plays video, so that you can take a look at video. The person obviously in the passenger seat is going to be most receptive and able to see that. And of course, you can clear the systems out again and go back to whichever you want. I prefer to leave it on navigation system most of the time. Of course, when you do have your radio system turned on, you can choose whatever you want. Excellent stereo system. And of course, you can select whatever you want, from rock music, country, rap, classical, whatever is your particular selection. Moving down here to the center section, you've got your comfort controls. You've got your heat seat, high, medium, and low for that. And of course, you got your cool seat, high, medium, and low for cool seat as well, which really makes a huge difference. In the summer, getting in a hot seat, having that seat cooled immediately is fantastic. And of course, in the winter, getting in a cold car, having that seat heated up is another creature comfort that's fantastic as well. So, of course, you can zero out anything here and switch to whatever you need. You've got your hazards here, obviously. You can switch this to economy mode on the vehicle. And of course, you've got the redundant controls over here for the passengers, so that way the driver and the passenger can both have their own levels of comfort. On the right side here of this, you've got your keypad for your Bluetooth, or you can use this to select, if you want a particular stereo station here, you can select that on here as well. And that operates your Bluetooth, and of course, you've got your Bluetooth microphones in the top of the vehicle for ease of being able to be heard and hear. Down here, you have your manual climate control as well. You can set this either to whatever you want manually here. You can set it on auto, which means you can set it on max air, lower air, whatever you decide. So you can also set the fan settings from all the way up to high, all the way down to low again. And of course, you've also got your rear defrost and the different settings that you can place on where you want the air to come out, whether you want it on just your feet, whether you want it center of the vehicle, or whether you want it on the defroster mode as well. So going here to the center, you got your shifter, very, very easy, very ergonomic, just fits perfectly in the palm of your hand. Going down here, placing it either in drive, all the way up to neutral and reverse. And of course, you have to make sure in this particular vehicle, to put it in park, you can't just go all the way up. You have to go all the way up and then press the actual park button to place it in park. Otherwise, you're going to roll and hit something. So always remember, in this vehicle, anytime that you're moving it up to put it in park, you have to go all the way forward with it and then actually press the square park button to place it in park. Got your manual control here on the radio as well, and moving that up and down the dial. But again, the intent of this vehicle, as most modern vehicles now, is to keep the driver's attention here and what's right in front of you on the road. Of course, you've got a couple of compartments here you can put things in. You've got a 12-volt area here to where you can put either a 12-volt piece of equipment for your electronics, or certainly a cigarette lighter if you so desire. You've got a beverage holder up here, which has got the holders on it which secure the cup or glass, whichever you have up here, receptacle a little bit more securely. And of course, you've got your different settings here for sport mode, etc. Same here, you've got manual, and of course those can all be set on the steering wheel as well. Got your center console that opens up with several different pieces here that you can adapt to, auxiliary plugs, and of course you got a 12-volt adapter as well and a USB plug in the center. Back in the back here, of course you got a storage unit in the center there also. You can put CDs or anything that you so desire. You got your little control back here for the airflow for the people in the back seat, and of course you've got an area back here that you can place drinks. And you've got a 12-volt adapter back here as well, so you can run electronics, as well as a small opening back here where you can place some items that you need, let's say a small purse or something like that, or something that you need to store in the back there for people that are riding in the back of the vehicle. Okay, let me take your attention up here to the top of the vehicle now. You've got a sun/moon roof, which is fantastic. You got the Alcantara leather here, which not only is it absolutely beautiful and adds beauty to the car, but it also deadens sound, and it enhances the sound of the stereo system in any of these vehicles, in my opinion. So once you open this up, of course, you've got your sun and moon roof with your glass here, which is slightly tinted. You've got your automatic push on this to where you push it one time, it opens it up all the way automatically. You got your airfoil dam up here, which keeps that whistling noise from happening, and also keeps the air from just going over the blowing into the car and going right over the top of you. It's very comfortable. You can either leave that open or you can certainly close it. It's got the one-touch open and the one-touch close as well. And you can place this in those modes and just leave this as such. You've also got your lights here, which you can utilize the same way that anyone does on an aircraft, and turn those on for either the passenger or the driver. And of course, you've got an auto-dimming mirror here, which is fantastic, so that once you get a certain amount of light from someone's, let's say, accidentally leaves their brights on, it will automatically dim those particular, this particular mirror commensurately with their lights. So that pretty much covers the interior of the vehicle. So we're getting ready to go ahead and we'll take it out for a test drive, which is again my favorite portion of the night. What I want to talk about real quickly here before we roll out and take off is the adjustability of the seats here and the comfort level that this vehicle has. Not only is it performance, but it's got a luxury aspect that's unbelievable. It's got a 10-way power, multi-contour front AMG sport seat. That's 3-position memory, power, height, adjustable active head restraints, etc. So it gives you a really, really comfortable ride while you're driving this vehicle, whether it's a short trip or a long trip. So, okay, we'll go ahead and pull this thing out of the hangar now, taking it out of park and putting it into reverse. So you have to pull it out in this particular vehicle, as I mentioned earlier, and bring it up to reverse. And I'm going to show you here the use of the camera, the rear backing camera. First of all, and I tell everyone this all the time because it's very important, don't rely on the use of this camera alone. Make sure that you actually use your own head, swivel around, use your mirrors, and make sure that before you back, you're aware of your entire surroundings and what you're backing into. I'm going to go ahead and show you how the rear park system works when you come into close proximity of another vehicle or an object. And I'm not going to drive into this, but I'm going to show you how it does work by giving you a quick demonstration. I'm using the vehicle I'm backing towards right now, just as a little bit of an idea of what happens when you do get closer to the vehicle. I'm going very slow here because I'm not going to have an accident. So as you do start to get closer, you're going to hear a beeping sound. And as soon as you hear that beeping sound, it lets you know that you're getting close to an object. The closer you get, the faster it gets until it's a solid tone. That lets you know you're just about to hit an object. So always, always, always use your own head, use your own judgment. Don't depend on this for your life, but definitely use it as an adjunct. Okay, we'll go ahead and get on the road here. Take this thing out, put it through its maneuvers here. I'm going to take you on a little bit of a path here that gives us the opportunity to take a few turns, the opportunity to go on a straightaway, show you the acceleration of it, the braking capacity, and just the overall comfort level as well. Always use your signals when pulling out into traffic. And of course, tonight's just a perfect night out here. Clear skies, in the 90s, a little bit warm, but in the car, you can't tell. Perfect comfort level in the car. The sound in the car is pretty much dead, and you really don't hear a lot on the outside. And that way, when you have the stereo system on in the interior, it's really nice as well. I'm going to give you a little bit of an idea of the acceleration on the vehicle right now. It is in sport mode, so I'm going to go ahead and accelerate and show you what this will actually do. And that is the acceleration on this beautiful 2012 CLS63, which is clear, crisp, and right now I can feel the active bolstering on the seat here, and that means when you're turning to the right, the left bolster is inflating. When you're turning to the left, the opposite bolster is inflating. So that way it kind of hugs you as you're driving this vehicle and gives you a really, really secure ride. And actually it's kind of like being in a jet, having a G-suit on that kind of pulls. And of course, obviously in this case, it's not to pull your blood up toward the center of your body, to keep you from passing out, but in this case it's to make sure that you're not being jerked around or jarred around the seat. We're going to go ahead and take a left here, and I'm going to demonstrate how the paddle shifters work. And what this essentially does is the paddle shifter converts an automatic vehicle into a manual vehicle. And in this case, this vehicle is 7 speeds. So on the left side is down and on the right side is up. You can see the plus or minus or the down and up indicated on here. And it's right here so that you don't have to reach over here and shift. And again, it's an automatic that gets converted into a manual by utilizing these paddle shifters. So as soon as I turn left here, I'm going to give you an idea how this works. I'm going to downshift this, first of all, down into first, and then I'm going to go through the gears. There's first, second, third, fourth, fifth, and so on as you go through your gears. And again, you can take that at a track level driving. This thing is fantastic. City driving, the same. Roadways, mountains, any kind of terrain that you can possibly think of to drive this vehicle, it has an immediate comfort level with. And of course the acceleration on the car is tremendous. The 550 horsepower really make a difference in this car because it's a bi-turbo, which is twin turbo, and you feel every bit of it in this vehicle. Coming up here to the stop sign, of course you have those big brakes on this thing, which are just fantastic. Carbon ceramic, which makes a huge difference. And brings you to a halt quick, speedily, but doesn't lock it up. Well, that's about the end of the ride here. There's certainly more to show you, and all you have to do to be able to take a look at that is to come in and see me here at Pure Pursuit Automotive. You can reach me anytime at area code 816-659-3027, and certainly you can give me a call, and when you do, and we come down and work on this vehicle for you, I'll put you in it just like that. So look forward to speaking with you very soon. Thanks for riding with me tonight.